So in this update, which added modifiers and trials, we do have two tower changes. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is the Golden Soldier. The Golden Soldier in this update is the main significant beneficiary of a rework / retinkering with its statistics. Now, interestingly enough, in a community-made poll just a while back, the Golden Soldier was ranked as the worst golden skin in Tower Defense Simulator. Now, many people would actually say that this title belongs to the Golden Scout, not the Golden Soldier, but in the community-made poll, the Golden Soldier was the worst one. So, in this update, how has the Golden Soldier changed? The Golden Soldier at level 0, not much has actually changed with this tower. The main thing that's changed about the Golden Soldier at this level is the fact that the range for the Golden Soldier has been buffed from 14 to 18. So if you were to have like skills enabled, this could easily be increased all the way up to say 19.35, which means that the Golden Soldier kind of acts like a mini hunter of sorts with a automatic a burst rifle, because it has such a large range now. Like this, you can place a Golden Soldier here and then it can shoot all the way from over here. And additionally, nothing has changed about it otherwise, so there is no compromise when it comes to its placement cost. It still has 18 range, it's massive, it still has 1 damage, it still has 0.1 fire rate, its burst count is still 4 at this level, meaning that the cost efficiencies and the DPSs remain the same, 3.38, and the cost efficiency is 147.93. The only thing that's changed is the massive increase in range, which is pretty good, especially when it comes to game modes which reduce the range of the soldier. I mean, we have Pizza Party obviously at wave 40, which Wax the Fox reduces the range of towers by, but additionally we have more recent modifiers such as Fog, which reduces the range of towers by 30%. Now, this also means that the Golden Soldier plus a DJ booth can probably target the entirety of the map, or well, targets the entirety of like half of the map. Like, imagine the DJ booth being placed here and the Golden Soldier being able to shoot all the way over here. That is quite OP. The Golden Soldier is quite good in this regard at the very least. Because previously, I'd argue that the range of the Golden Soldier was the one thing that it let down. 14 range, while not being too terrible, wasn't anything spectacular, and like you have ranges of say the minigunner, which I am comparing apples and oranges, but the range of the minigunner was quite like similar to it. Whereas now, the Golden Soldier is able to very, I guess, evidently distinguish itself with its large range early on. The Golden Soldier did get larger ranges later on, but you just had to wait until the upgrades for that, and you'll notice that the Golden Soldier's range has increased at later levels as well. Meanwhile, at level 1, the upgrade price for the Golden Soldier has increased from $150 to $250, meaning that the total price for the Golden Soldier has increased from $650 to $750. But for this, the range of the Golden Soldier has increased from 14 to 18, but that's because of the previous level. But the fire rate for the Golden Soldier. But the main thing that has changed is the cooldown for the Golden Soldier. The cooldown is the gap between bursts. This has changed from 0.6 to 0.5. There is no material effect when it comes to the damage for the Golden Soldier. It remains at 1, and the fire rate for the Golden Soldier also remains at 0.08. This does mean that the DPS for the Golden Soldier, even though there is only a 0.1 second decrease in cooldown, it means that the DPS has actually significantly increased from 4.2 to 5.32, meaning that the cost efficiency for the Golden Soldier has gone from 154.76 to 140.98. And when you combine this with the range update, yeah, the Golden Soldier, massive increase in DPS plus massive range increase. Meanwhile, as for level 2, the upgrade cost has actually remained the same at this level. It's still $800, but because of the previous levels 1 upgrade cost increase by $100, the total cost for the Golden Soldier has increased from $1,450 to $1,550. The damage for the Golden Soldier has remained the same at 1, but the burst count has increased from 4 to 5. The fire rate has remained the same at 0.08, whereas the cooldown has decreased from 0.6 to 0.5 because of the previous level. But additionally, the range for the Golden Soldier, and you may notice this, has increased significantly from 17 to 20, and yeah, you can see that it covers. It's massive. It's better than the minigun. It's better. Is it even better than the golden minigunner? That's the question, because this is just massive. Let's see. Yeah, it's better than the golden minigunner at like certain levels. So yeah, this is more range than you'll probably ever need. But obviously, this compensates for the fact that some game modes have less range from abilities from enemies, or less range in general, such as fog. But in addition to this, the DPS for the Golden Soldier has increased from 8.4 to 10.64, meaning that the cost efficiency has gone from 172.62 to 145.68. So it's a good level to actually get the Golden Soldier too, especially because of the massively increased range, even compared to the base level of the new Golden Soldier. Now, as for level 3, the upgrade price has massively increased though. So previously it was $3,000, now it's $5,750. This means that the total price for the Golden Soldier has increased from $4,450 to $7,300. So quite a massive increase. However, the significant thing that's changed at this level is the fact that the Golden Soldier is no longer a burst tower. This is revolutionary because the Soldier has always been a burst tower, no matter if it's golden, no matter if it's the normal one. Because I remember previously when the Golden Soldier was first added, it had a burst count of about 12 and people thought that was ridiculous. However, now the Golden Soldier no longer has burst. It is pretty much an automatic tower, similar to, say, the Militant Tower. And actually, quite frankly, there is no compensation for this increase, apart from obviously the price increase. So the damage remains the same at 4, the fire rate remains the same at 0.08, but now there's no cooldown between each burst, because there is no burst. The range has increased from 17 to 20, and this therefore means that the DPS for the Golden Soldier has increased from 27.03 to 45.45. Now, additionally, at this level, the Golden Soldier gets lead detection. Yeah, so if I were to spawn in a lead enemy here, you'll notice that the Golden Soldier would be able to detect it. And because it has flying detection as well, the Golden Soldier would also be able to detect, say, a lead balloon. So let's spawn that in. And yeah, you'll notice that the Golden Soldier is able to actually destroy the lead balloon, which means that it probably is a viable tower to use against lead balloons, especially compared to the fact that the only other tower that we've only been able to use against lead balloons is the Ranger. Now obviously the Golden Soldier can't really detect leads before this, so at this level, yeah, the Golden Soldier is not really that useful when it comes to lead balloons, but given the fact that the lead balloons do appear late in hardcore mode, yeah, I think it could be a viable option for those who don't want to use the Ranger for whatever reason. Now, even though the DPS for the Golden Soldier has actually massively increased, the cost efficiency actually hasn't changed too much. It's gone from 164.63 to 160.62. So it's not too much of a decrease in cost efficiency. A lower cost efficiency is better, but when you also consider the fact that the range has increased, yeah, I think it's a pretty good golden tower. And then finally, at level 4, the last level of the Golden Soldier, its upgrade cost has increased from 12,000 to 14,500, meaning that the total cost for the Golden Soldier has increased quite significantly from 16,450 to 21,800. The damage, however, has remained the same at 10, but as mentioned previously, the Golden Soldier no longer has burst. So previously it was a burst count of 30, which was actually quite ridiculous anyways, but the Golden Soldier no longer has burst, so it's pretty much full automatic. However, with that being said, the fire rate for the Golden Soldier has changed from 0.06 to 0.08, but again, you have to consider the fact that previously the Golden Soldier did have a cooldown of 1.2 seconds, which was quite significant. So yeah, I think it's still a buff. Yeah, the DPS has massively increased still from 92.59 to 113.64. And additionally, the range has increased from 19 to 21. The Golden Soldier has massive range, far beyond what you would ever need for the Golden Soldier. And as you can see, as I played this game, the Golden Soldier has been able to pretty much boss the entire game mode of casual mode from start to end. I don't think that there's been any other tower in Tower Defense Simulator that has been this dominant in a single game mode. Like, one Golden Soldier at max level has been able to dominate from like the start of the wave till the end of the game. That is pretty impressive. I mean, yeah, sure, you've had other towers which have been pretty good and have been close to soloing the entire game mode. The first thing that springs to mind is like the 2020 release of the Accelerator, but the Accelerator was never able to dominate in the early game because it was just way too expensive to place down, whereas the Golden Soldier is a perfect candidate to be placed down because it has a 500 placement cost, meaning that it is decidedly a good early game tower, but it's also a decidedly good end game tower as well. It's quite a good tower, I can't lie. This probably means that the Golden Soldier probably outclasses the Golden Minigunner in some respects, especially when it comes to range. And the fact that it's full automatic means that, technically speaking, it's slightly better at the Golden Minigunner in its own domain, because the Golden Minigunner has a 1.5 second charge up time, whereas the Soldier doesn't have any charge up time whatsoever. It doesn't have a cooldown, it can just shoot for however long it wants to, and it might be better than the Golden Minigunner. However, with that being said, the cost efficiency for the Golden Soldier is probably the one thing that drags it down here. So previously it had a cost efficiency of 177.66, whereas now it has a cost efficiency of 191.83. So yeah, decidedly, the max level Golden Soldier isn't that cost efficient. But if you don't have any other towers to actually place down, and the Golden Soldier is your last remaining tower, and do bear in mind that the Golden Soldier does not have a placement limit, 113 DPS is quite significant. And I'd actually say that this could possibly be in the talks for perhaps retaking the best Golden Skin title. I'm not entirely sure. I think the Golden Quick Boss, I still find it more useful than the Golden Soldier. But certainly, I think the Golden Soldier may be number 2 now? I don't know. Debate that in the comments.